Did you know that when the maker of an item, when the creator of the iPhone, when the maker of Tesla, when the maker of Toyota, they created their products, they knew what it was supposed to do. They tested it out before they let it out into the public. But they built in it every single item that was required for those objects that we use, technology. Even a book that you read, that in it was in itself the inherent capabilities to perform every duty that it was created for. And it's the same thing with God. One day we are all going to be at the throne of judgment, facing up to the Father. And everybody thinks about it in the sense of, hey, I shall be judged for my sins. I shall be judged for the things that I did on this earth. But have you thought about it this way? That maybe at the end, there's going to be a scorecard where God is going to be looking at and saying, hey, I created you to be this kind of a person. I called you to be an engineer. I called you to be a doctor. I called you to change people's lives. I called you to feed the hungry. I called you to visit those who are in prison. And looking at your scorecard, you have achieved none of those things. Have you thought that you will be accountable at the end of the day to the scorecard in heaven? I'll tell you something. When Jesus came to earth, when he came in the form of man, he left all glory up in heaven. But when he came down here, on his scorecard, he said that he was going to be the savior of humankind, that he was going to be the one who dies for the sins of man. What if he never achieved those things? What if those things never happened? So many of us are sitting on our God-given gifts, on our God-given talents, because we are scared of being uncomfortable, because we don't want to get out of our comfort zone. And when at the end of the day, listen, it's all the purpose of it all is for you to be the person on that scorecard. The purpose of it all is for you to achieve the things that God has called you to achieve on that scorecard. And when you wake up every single day and all you're thinking about is how I am going to sit on the couch and be comfortable, how I am just going to go to my job and do a mediocre job, or just get my paycheck and go home, and God is saying, I have called you for more than that. I've called you for more than that. What if Paul stayed Saul and he never wrote the Gospels? What if you are the person seated on the next big thing? What if you're the person who's supposed to write that book that changes people's lives? The purpose is you to be